Well,
There we go.
there we go.
We made it.
Man, we made it. We was over here on the struggle bus a little bit on this evening, but we done made it through. People, thank you so much for everyone who has gotten into the room thus far. I know that our special guest has been tagging a few people, so we're gonna give y'all an opportunity to get on in this thing, get on in this thing. We know we took us a couple of extra minutes, so oh so sorry about that. Also, I want to apologize if I'm crooked because I feel like I'm crooked.
Yeah.
And if I'm crooked to you, I'm sorry because if I touch this thing and I break it in the middle of the live stream, it's gonna be a real bad look. So I'm gonna just go ahead and let y'all look at me crooked. However, our special guest, Author Untamed, she's not. She's looking amazing on this evening.
Oh,
So everybody, you guys know the reason that you are here. It is September, and our monthly book read was The View by Author Untamed. And so, of course, we have the amazing Untamed here with us on tonight. Say hello to the people, why don't you?
hello, people. How are you? And first, look, let me tell my host. I told her this, but she's looking fabulous. Crooked screen and all. You looking fabulous, honey. You make
Thank you,
the
sis. Oh,
look.
thank
The
you.
screen just didn't know what to do with all that heat. It was like, ooh, ooh,
I
ooh,
think that's
ooh.
what it was. We're gonna go
That's
with that. We're gonna go
that's
with that. I'm so glad to have you here with us tonight. So
thank
let
you.
me let me start off by saying how special it is that we get to have you because this is the month that we are celebrating our anniversary. So EyeCU Reading and
Yeah.
Social Network selected you as our anniversary author, and so we are glad to have you this September.
I know. I'm excited. I felt all special and stuff. I'm like, oh, the anniversary, and
Yeah.
it just worked out because look, it was y'all's anniversary, Ebony's birthday, then my wedding anniversary. It was just the month to celebrate.
Listen, we had authors coming into town and celebrating. It's just been a big old literary shindig happen. Okay. We had all
Right.
kind of amazing stuff happening with EyeCU Reading. Cause I mean, at this point, we can officially announce it. So outside of Ebony's birthday, that is our president, right? So our other member, Baina, her daughter Mary, got engaged on yesterday. Oh, baby, you should have seen the pictures. All in the videos. It was so nice. It was like a million people out there at the helicopter to say like, "Hey, marry me" and stuff. It was gorgeous.
Oh,
So
I
congratulations
love
to Mary.
it.
If she does get a chance to see this, if Mary don't see it, then we still get to say congratulations to Baina because it's a
I
big
know
deal. It's the
that
big
is.
deal. So we've been celebrating a lot this month. ICU has. So
Yes.
yay.
Yes.
Yay. And so now
I,
we get to be here with you and we get to discuss the view. Honey, I got some things that I need
uh-oh.
to say. And I'm really hoping that there are some people who don't see this book the way that I saw it so that I can
Oh,
argue.
oh,
Cause
okay.
because I like to argue. So
Okay.
hopefully did nobody see it like I did, so I can share my perspective. But
Oh
if
my.
they did, then that's cool too. But
Okay.
before we dive into the book, I wanted to just give you an opportunity to tell the people who you are and how long you have been an author, what's motivated you, and any fun, great fact about yourself that you just want the people to know.
Oh my gosh. Well, I am untamed. I always say, look, it's a lot that I do as far as being an author, but I love to say first and foremost, I'm a loving wife, fun mom, and a 90s connoisseur, which is the best era ever. And that is not up for debate. But I am an author, though. I'm an author, I'm a podcaster, ghostwriter, new event columnist for Intellectual Ink magazine, which I certainly appreciate the opportunity from Julia and Allison and Charlotte. Thank you guys so much for that. And also screenwriter, and most recently co-producer. So a lot. Woo! I
Come
know.
on in.
Come
Come
on
on
in.
in. Blessings on blessings on blessings.
I know that's
Yes.
right.
We're gonna
Yes.
hear more about what we got going on, because usually we end out everything and we find out what else you have going on. So we're gonna make sure we delve back into some of those other projects that you got going on, because I
Right.
want to hear about these productions and screenplays and stuff like that. So
Yes.
don't let me
Yes.
forget to come back to that. Okay.
Oh, okay. We'll
Okay.
come back to it. Yes, ma'am.
So um we get to talk about the book now. We about 11 minutes into the stream, which technically is more like 6 minutes because we had a little late start. But
Right. Right. We was.
never mind that. We're gonna go ahead and we are going to delve into this book that I gave 5 acrylic nails to. Yes, I gave
Look,
this 5 acrylic
I be,
nails.
I be, look, I be worried about some people. I don't. I'm one of those. I love reviews, but I just love the honest ones. So, but it's some people I'm like, ooh, what they gonna think about it? I was like, Lord, how many nails she gonna give me?
I love this book. It was well written. The characters were like just very well developed. I felt like when situations was happening in the book that it was thoroughly explained why. I love the twists that
Yeah.
we got. Most times we see some of these scenarios, but we see them with different types of characters. But
Mm-hmm.
not so much with this book. Not so much. And look, I was trying to make sure I didn't give any spoilers away real quick, but I
Right.
just realized no, we came here to talk about the book, so we gonna be
I,
spoiling.
that's right. Y'all gonna get spoilers. I'm sorry. And
We
look,
gonna
you said
we gonna
look,
spoil.
we gonna
So
spoil.
I already can see in the comment section that we got some Team Hudsons in here. And baby,
Ah!
listen,
Team Hudson.
I'm not here for. Wait a minute, Untamed. What team you on? What team you on? Hmm.
Me, I'm on Team Karli because I gotta stay neutral.
You got to pick a side,
She's we ain't having that. We ain't having
ma'am.
that.
You got to pick a side.
Oh, let's see.
Hudson,
I'm team.
Mike.
So I'm gonna say book one. I'm Team Hudson. I'm a flip flopper.
Uh, who else is Team Hudson? Sam is
Probably
Team Hudson.
everybody that
I've
I'm
seen
talking.
that. Boo. Who else is? Listen, Mo is out here on some Team Nobody, and I am with Mo. I am Team Nobody because you know how they had those memes where they like um the book villain and the real villain.
Mm-hmm.
The book villain, Karli. The real villain, Karli. Like, oh, it's a whole mess.
Look,
I don't like her. I don't like her. It's just a reminder to me that these men need to be real careful about these virgins. Y'all want to go and get these little virgins. They ain't never had no experiences before in their life. Now they married and they ain't had no experiences. And then now they like, oh, I wonder what that's like. Oh, I want to do that. Oh, I want to try that. See if you go get you a seasoned woman. She already did that stuff already. You know what I'm saying?
look,
She ain't even
hold on,
gonna
hold on.
feel like she needs to
But
cheat on you because she did that.
let's see. I'm hold my feet up behind the fence. She tried. She tried to do what all that exploring with Michael, and he was like, "No, you're my wife. I don't see you like this." I did. He did all of this with the little season was he was seasoning himself. Then he got in his marriage and wanted to be all wholesome and wanted her to stay all wholesome, and she was like, "Look, dude."
Like, no, sir. But oh, that's why I say don't go get you no wholesome chick then. Just go get you. She got to be semi. She got to be well
Semi.
rounded. You know what I'm
She is
saying?
semi. Yeah, yeah.
A
She the
little
baby that
well rounded.
serious when she
She
went
got to
into
be no
this.
whore. She got to be a Jezebel. But I mean, Sim was like, "Ooh, new dick, yay! Then let me try something else." And
All right,
ooh, this is
all right.
exciting. I
Look, look
mm-mm.
here. She was like, and she tried, but she was at that crossroad. Like she was trying to, Michael, come on, do what you do, and he was over there like, no, this is good enough for you. It's good enough for me, and he was calling her like Scotty. He that's the phone that calling her like Scotty, and she was responding when she got that taste. Mm.
I mean, yeah. So all I know is I I'm team Michael.
You team, but you know what? I'm
I
glad
am.
Michael needs somebody on his team. He got a little team. He got a little team,
He
but
wasn't a bad he wasn't a bad guy. But
no,
let me tell you what part like low key had me a little misty eyed. I was feeling away, right? Because I was reading, I was on my lunch break. And I'm just like, oh, I know he's not doing this. Like, no, Michael, you can't do this. This is your wife, sir. This is your wife. I for real was like, she wrote this scene right here when he decided that he wanted some sex and he was just gonna treat her
uh,
like a hooker whore. I
yes,
felt like that was assault. Like I was
yeah,
like, oh no, this is not okay. This is
yeah.
not okay.
He
Yeah,
it
I felt that.
wasn't. It wasn't. It was the thing, with her, because she knew the type of guy she married, and she know that wasn't him. And like, the same way she didn't have an experience, so he wasn't used to this side of her. She was like, I ain't used to how you used to treat, you done changed and you a virtuous man, you church going man, and now all of a sudden you over here doing this and doing that. But it's like with her, she was really apologetic because now, she was wrong about how this kicked off. She was wrong. She should have said something. She should have said something before they
Karli
done apologize.
was she was wrong all the way around throughout this whole entire book. I feel like she was just a little too pretty for her own good. Like these old pretty chicks clearly can get away with murder. Cause I swear for goodness, if I tried any of the shenanigans that Karli tried, baby,
Oh no, no, we can't get away
baby,
with
my
it.
cousins and them would have to come and beat somebody down because he even tried it with me. You know what I'm saying? But
Mhm.
here go Karli, just la la la, I'm going to cheat on you, and you gonna beg for me to come back to you, and I'm gonna have both of y'all in the delivery room and having this baby, and I'm gonna hold your hand. I'm gonna hold your hand. I love
Yeah,
you. I love you. Excuse
look.
oh, it turned hell out of me.
Look, and they did, like, they both honestly loved her though. So
Oh,
it was just, it's one of those
child.
things where she cut loose. She did. She cut loose hard too. I guess she cut. Now
Hello.
she cut loose real hard.
Ooh.
Uh, but Michael, of course, that was his wife. He loved his wife.
Yeah.
And with Hudson, it was something that snuck up on him because, if you the beginning, like he told her, if you want to go back home, you go back home. He was up front, like, I
Mm.
want you. But it was clearly sexual to him. And then he was like, oh, I done fell for the damn woman now.
See, see that voodoo. That's that virgin voodoo
That's
right
version.
there. Cause see, he was cool. Remember, he was cool with yeah,
Mhm.
we just gonna sneaky link it, until we don't feel
Yeah,
like it no more. But then he found out that she was a virgin, so he was literally like only the second guy that she'd ever been with. Oh, now all of a sudden is, oh, I
oh,
love
like,
Karli so much.
he like, I'm the special one. He was like, he found that out. And he was like, nah, this got to be different. I'm the special one. I done made it.
Man, see there. Better get you a woman with some miles on her. That's all I'm gonna say.
Look, still on the warranty. About
You
six
see what I'm
thousand miles
saying?
still on the
You see
warranty.
what I'm saying? Got a little warranty on it, got 100,000 on there, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like
Cause
we not patches warranty yet, but we got little miles on there, little miles.
you gonna need a little miles on your car. Cause we don't be putting they don't be putting folks through them troubles because I'm a virgin. Okay. Just, they don't do that.
You about to put the voodoo out there? You gonna put the voodoo out there?
Okay. That's what's gonna happen to somebody else will be because I'm a virgin.
Ah,
That's my story, and
and
I'm
you
sticking
still,
to it. Uh-huh.
gonna stand beside it. You stand beside it. Stand beside
Oh, oh, child, I gotta get to these comments. These folks got questions that I'm just rambling on. Okay. Oh, sorry, y'all. I got all caught up. Okay, so we do have questions, and let's see. Because for some reason they're not coming up down here where I can see it real good. So here we go. So we have a question from Ebony, and she asks, "How did the idea first, how did the idea for this story come about? And was it the characters or the plot that came first?
Honey, okay. This is gonna be so crazy, but honestly, it was a picture that sparked this story.
Oh.
All I know was the thing that actually came first was the title. Like, and the title was based because of the picture. So I was like, okay, so I knew I wanted to be a romance story. And I said, what do I want it to be about? But I wanted to have substance so we could have these types of conversations, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And therefore this is the first time that, like, for me, the actual plot came first, the title came first. It was really all the way backwards for me. The picture sparked the title sparked the plot, then the characters came. And I was like, and normally I am 360 other way around. It's the characters, the plot, then the title. So it was, I had to say, let me see how I can twist it. So I was like, okay, well, we have a couple who seem very perfect, but they have these little cracks. And I thought it was important to show that the demise of their marriage didn't happen over something big, although big things happen. It started over the little things. Because being a married woman, that's one of the things I try to tell people. It's like a lot of people, when they go through issues, they go through troubles, they can't tell you it was one thing. You know, sometimes it's like, boom, it was just this one thing that broke it. But it's always the little bitty things when there's cracks in the foundation, communication is
Mm.
off. You start hiding little secrets here, little secrets there, not being, upfront with your spouse about your feelings and this. And then those begin to escalate to the point that you can't talk, you can't communicate. And then once that happens, and we know I'm faith based, so you kind of see that through it. The devil stuck right on in there.
Yep.
And if you don't have that strength and it's really out of whack, stuff like Hudson happens. So
Mm.
it's like that is, and that's the story I wanted to build. And I thought it was important because I kind of always see where the guys do it. I was like, let me explore the woman and just put this perspective where she was just this, wholesome girl. Because as you can see, her parents ran a tight ship,
Mm-hmm.
and she didn't experience life. And what happens when you have a partner who has gone out there and did everything in the world they want to do, and then they settle down, but then you settle down with somebody who's never lived life, you know? So, and that's what happens
So you gotta
sometimes.
get your little round away, girl. See?
That's
Prove my point right there. But
you pull my foot right there. Get your right away, girl. And we already said 6,000 miles. That's good.
mhm, mhm. I said, oh, the deacon is showing out.
Honey.
Deacon was showing out. I was like,
Now, now wait.
um,
Hold
Deacon
on, hold on,
Michael. And
hold
now let
on.
me ask you, this is almost like off topic, right? But okay, so at your church, what's
Okay.
the age range of your deacons? Because deacons at my church, they don't be like a Michael. Okay.
Michael,
They not
they
like a
they
Michael.
got all, but in my church, it's funny. It is a wide range. We got, Lord Jesus, like 40 something deacons. I go to a big church, so
Okay.
we
Okay.
have a range from like maybe like mid to late 30s all the way up to 80s. so,
Okay. Okay.
so
I was just curious because I hear people talk about, oh, the deacons, and I'm like, oh, oh, okay.
the deacons
Okay,
in my
deacon.
church knocking on heaven's door. What you talking about?
Oh, okay. All right then. Oh, like y'all churches deacons be the bomb. It sounds like I'm gonna have to go visiting sometime.
Yeah, yeah. We got some young. Yeah, we do have some younger deacons. Yeah, we do.
I don't. I don't. They all just as nice. They are, and they all married, and they just so sweet. But definitely, not the deacons I would ever be checking for.
Girl, like, look, I ain't gonna put one of my deacons out there. One of my deacons read this book, honey.
Oh well, well. Oh,
Look,
he gonna be
he
like,
was
this better
like,
not be based on me.
it was so hilarious, and I didn't want him to read it, but he popped up in a pop up shop, and I was like, oh, what you? Okay,
Hey,
so he was.
deacon.
I will read it, and I was going, Lord, please, I don't never want to run into this man in church again. And help me, Jesus. I read it to him like 2-3 days after he finished the book at
Oh, what
church.
he say?
This is before pre-pandemic, so he was like he was hugging everybody in the row, and then he get me. He said, "Mm-hmm."
Oh,
Don't do me like that,
since
D.
you
Don't
wrote them
do me.
love scenes, honey. Oh, you wrote
Don't do
them.
me.
I
He
said,
was
come
like,
on, syrup. Come
but,
on, syrup.
but
Oh
you
yeah,
know
you
what he
wrote the
said?
scenes.
He
But see, I was torn a bit because it just didn't feel right because these was not scenes with, the husband and the wife on good terms. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I'm conflicted right now because these are some really good scenes and I like them a lot. But this just shouldn't be happening.
said, no,
This
it was
just
good,
shouldn't be happening. The devil
but this
just
can't be
came on
happening
up
right
in
now.
there and just ah,
This
whew,
is
that
right.
was some devil dick. I feel like, but
Honey, look, I ain't gonna. It was demon dick. It was it was demon dick.
it
Oh
was
my god.
it was that was
It's
ooh.
and
But
look, I go.
I was
The
enjoying it.
funny
So as
part
long
about
as I had to remember that, I wasn't remembering that, she was cheating on her husband and stuff. But all that other stuff, I was like, well, yes, well, come on in.
well,
Come
come
on in, Hudson. Listen, the sisters then clearly taught him a couple things or two.
on.
Cause he
Yes,
was getting on up in that thing. I was like,
yes, yes, he was. Look, he said. Well, he already said now. Whether it's you or anybody else, I'm gonna be with a sister. He made it
okay.
known. He's
Okay.
like,
I
no,
said, all
not
right then, Hudson. Cause initially I said when they started introducing Hudson into the book, I was like, he seems white. And then I looked at the cover, I was like, she seems black. And so as we kept on reading, I said, okay, I see what's going on here.
uh,
A little twirl. Ooh. And it's amazing though too because I mean her husband was definitely a catch, but I mean sis upgraded. I mean, that was a hard thing to do because her husband he was already up high
he was
caliber,
here,
and she
honey.
took it another step further. Like I know you a millionaire, but see he's a billionaire.
You
Like
there, right? He was.
hey, you gonna cheat up.
I mean, hey, and that was okay, and that was my day. I'm like, you know what? I don't understand. If we gonna be out here doing this,
You
why
see
you
what I'm
stepping
saying?
down? You at least step up, so that way, if everything fall apart, you still good.
Yeah, cause sis did a huge little step up, a few
Yeah,
steps.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, because he straight up told her, "Hey, no, I ain't spending it. I got the money, but I ain't spending this kind of money on no hotel room." He said, "I own the hotel." Well, come on in, on the hotel.
That right there, it kind of it'll do something to you.
Yeah, yeah,
It
yeah. He
will
was
it'll do something to you. You be like, you said you own it.
on the hotel. You say
You
you
know,
own it. Look, you
your
start
voice
that
get
time
lighter.
rap then.
Don't your voice get lighter when men say what they own and
He's
stuff.
like, I
And you
own stuff, girl. I'm taking off shoes.
you giggle and stuff, right? I
Giggle. She
think she
started
was
making
giggling
herself
fine.
comfortable. You own
Oh,
it.
oh, child, let me get to these comments. I know they sick of me. Like, if you don't look at these comments because we got something to say. Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. Look, Sam. Oh, Sam be mean. Sam be mean sometimes. Cause she
Ooh.
gonna say he couldn't produce no damn way. Oh, Sam, girl. You
Say,
feel bad on this
oh Lord,
evening.
have
Don't
mercy.
do
Look,
that. Don't talk about Pope Michael
don't,
like
don't
that.
do like that. Look now,
And what
I got
young elder you know?
Michael.
I'm talking. I'm talking about some deacons. Like it be some young preachers out here. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? But young deacons, I don't be seeing no young deacons. But I mean, but the young pastors they be out here. They do.
yes, they
They
do.
do.
They be, but
They,
if you sometimes you go to the bigger churches, the newer churches with the younger pastors, they want deacons that's around their age. Because sometimes, them older ones be trying to put a rank on them. They be trying to put
Yeah,
a rank.
yeah. They.
Some people in place that can have their back. So and I think that's where it came from in my church. My pastor ain't necessarily old. Like he ain't young neither, but he know he had to get some younger flock in there, to the people, to lead the
God.
people.
Yes, I am. I'm gonna visit a church one day, and they gonna have some young deacons, and I'm gonna be like, okay, because I'm just curious how they like how devotion and everything go with young deacons. Because see, my old deacons, they sings and they be praying the house down. So I'm just curious what the
Mm-hmm.
young deacons do. I'm gonna have to, yeah, I'm gonna have to tap in and see what that be about. I don't
Let's
know
see.
where
You
I'm gonna
gotta
go. I'm gonna find something. It's
know.
Detroit. We got churches on every corner, a church
Yeah,
and a liquor store. So
young
I'll find one to
they can
go
sing.
to.
A lot of them.
Hmm.
A lot of them can sing too. Them young deacons, boy, they can sing them hymns. I'm like, oh shoot, now wait
Oh
a
wait,
minute.
nah. And then that musical. I don't trust them. Can't be through. You say you can sing, then he gonna probably mess around, know how to play the drums or the organ too. Child back, nope.
Yeah,
No, I need you to just deacon.
you be
Don't
they'll
be
be on that.
doing all that extra stuff.
Oh,
Just deacon. I need you to be able to pray. I need you to be able to recite some stuff about this Bible. I need you to find me a scripture when times then got rough. That's all I need from my deacons. You know what I'm saying? Go visit the sick and the shut in. Don't I don't need you singing. Okay? I don't need you to jump on the keyboards or nothing for praise and
jump on the
worship.
voice
Because
and be
once you
remixed
do
the
that, I
song.
have already categorized you into something totally different. And trust me, it's not a good thing. Okay.
Oh goodness.
But that
Deacons
ain't got nothing to do with the book. Child, I'm so sorry.
look, now he was deacon, so it applies. It still applies. It still applies.
Okay,
Oh goodness.
so we have
But
a
look,
question from the chat. And Monique wants to know, what was the significance of having Hudson be Caucasian?
I wanted that to be different. I wanted to spin on that story. Um, Specifically because the wife was the one who was stepping out of the marriage. I think a lot of times we don't see, that women have been, known to step out as well, for their reasons. So at the end of the day, they do too. And also, I wanted him to be Caucasian because it was just a flip on the story where we often see where they say, a black man, when he step out on a woman, he step out with a white woman. So let's see what
Mhm.
happens when she steps out with a white man. And that's really truly what it was. I wanted to explore that dynamic because honestly and truly, all of these scenarios happen. We just, kind of shy away from some of them, and this was one of them. I was like, now I'm gonna go there with this one. I'm about to make
Oh, you went there.
everybody mad with
You
this
went
scenario.
there with her little selfish self. Ooh, wait.
Look,
She went
wait,
from a virgin to a whore. Virgin and then to a
I,
whore.
I I was all the way with Michael to the end. Now I was feeling bad about him to the end, so he got in my ear and said he wanted to do this other thing at the end. Now, so now I can't even
Yeah. Michael
find
got
all.
a little like and
Mm-hmm.
at some time that went by. And I said, oh, and then the friend.
Yeah.
Oh, these hoes ain't loyal.
Yes,
Okay.
no, they
Oh, this
are
is what we
not. They
doing.
are not. Yes,
And she
yes.
really like wanted a relationship though. Cause I mean at the end of the day, Michael he's a catch. But
Mm-hmm.
still, that's your friend though, sis. What are we doing? Like what are we doing? Granted, from the view, from the outside looking in, from what's it, Katrina, right? From
Mm-hmm.
her standpoint, he was a catch. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
technically, he hadn't done nothing wrong. Outside of that whole little fiasco in the bedroom, homie hadn't really done nothing wrong besides love his wife, make a mistake that he just could never bounce back from. So she
Yeah.
probably definitely was looking back like, woo, sure wish that was my friends.
My
husband. Sure
friends,
wish that was my friend's ex-husband. Then it just became, well,
well, it is what it is.
it
We
is what
already
it
said
is. But still, sis,
this is
hands
wrong.
off.
This is wrong. This is dead
Hands
wrong.
off. Now the ladies also want to know what was the significance of Michael not being able to multiply? How do we get
Ooh,
that in there?
get that one away, because that one comes up again later.
Okay.
I take it
Because
that
there
comes
is
up.
a view two. Everybody, just in case you didn't know, there is a part two to this story. So
Yes.
if it's somebody that's already even started it or read it, I'm curious. Go on in the comment section and tell me. Just if you read it. You don't have to, tell me no deets or nothing like that. But I am curious because yeah, Michael was becoming kind of sadistic towards the end. I was like, now wait a minute, like how you about to use this woman to infiltrate the situation? Oh, I see your face. So basically, what you saying with your face is to read book two.
That's right. Read book two.
Okay, well,
Now,
all right then.
look, I
We gonna.
told y'all I had to stay neutral between these two men now.
Oh, I feel like somebody didn't read book two or started book two. Cause let me look in these comments. Let me see. From a version to a whore. And make sure when you say whore, you gotta say a whore. Ha! Emphasis on the
Oh,
ha, ho, ha. Girl,
she did. She did.
yeah,
She was trying to get her miles at the wrong time. That's what
yeah,
happened.
yeah. Best friend. She could have got that butt tap for sure. Like
Best friend.
this,
Best friend need to get that ass. Okay.
cause now this was the one thing. It was like, oh, so he just can't, and so then we found that out, and it was like, bloop. So I'm just curious if that's gonna change, like in the future, and maybe book two.
It. I would say it's definitely gonna come back up. It's definitely coming back up.
Mm,
It's definitely
mm.
back up.
No,
So
I guess we gonna have to get us book two. We gonna have to read book two because these are some unanswered questions, and I need answers.
I need answers. I need
I
answers.
I
Yeah.
I need answers from a virgin to a whore. I feel
To
like
a
I
whore.
just wanna highlight that.
Look, look, she was just getting her miles in. It
Oh,
was just wrong time.
right, because she's a virgin. She ain't had no business going to no marriage as a virgin. No, wait, no. I'm playing. Let me stop, because I would be like, ooh. Look at her, we're unsaved, unsanctified self. I'm just playing, y'all.
You know what? And I feel it and I do understand it, but I'm just like, you know what? I be wondering sometimes, like, if you do, what if you don't like it? Both ways. Lord forgive me. I'm sorry.
I mean, it's an honest question, though.
It's like, what if you don't like
And
it?
we
Like,
see how she didn't act it.
yeah, she acted out. She acted out. Like, but I still gotta say, she tried. Now we gotta give this to her. She did try to
She
come to.
did.
She
She
did cut
did.
to him.
That
Because
timing was just off for her and him. It was like by the time he was ready to do what he needed to do, it was like, oh, Siston tapped out. It's like,
she was.
you're right there, Michael. You were right
He was
there.
almost just a little bit too late. He had
Oh,
done.
you almost had it. You're almost there.
You got to be quicker
You
than that.
got to be quicker than that.
Got to be
Okay.
that.
And
Because
everybody tried to tell him, but he
honey,
was bullheaded.
Hudson was up
See?
there.
Oh,
He
oh,
was
I
putting it
felt
in.
bad for the man. I did. And then come to find out, and this your homeboy. Oh, that's terrible. And then you gotta pull up a year later and see them walking all happy, la 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 la. Because in all honesty, it usually don't pan out like that. You go off, you done cheated, you out here having all of this great sex and fun and everything, and it usually
Mm-hmm.
like dies off. But they didn't wholeheartedly went and like got married, like
Mm-hmm.
out here trying to live happily ever after, and that hardly ever happens.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
he couldn't even
But
bask in the idea of things just failed and faltered. Like he just sitting
look,
up here like, dang, and she over there looking happy.
look, and then book two happens.
Oh God, we gonna read book two. Okay, like that's just what it is. We gonna read book two.
And then book two
We
happens.
gonna read book two, and then I'm gonna have to just like tap in with you and be like, girl. Now, what I don't know is if I'm gonna do my book review before I read. Oh, let me just. I'm book review from Tam Telling Tales might end up being a 1 and 2.
Right. Look, cause I'm telling. Oh yeah, y'all, this my little shirt. Y'all got to say y'all Team Hudson or
Yes. Wait. Okay.
wait.
What did it say?
It says Team Michael versus Team Hudson. I got my little strip away, and then the bottom says the view by
Yeah.
Untamed.
Now, for anyone who may be interested in getting a sweatshirt, where that come from? What can we get one?
These are exclusively sold through Diamonds Literary World. So if y'all know Miss Diane Rember of Diamonds Literary,
We do.
you can reach out to her and get one. This was an idea that she brought to me, and I thought it was awesome. So custom designed, custom created, custom sold directly through her.
Oh yeah, I think I saw her review on there too. Yeah, she
Yes.
was like my first like book review that I ever used to watch on like YouTube and stuff. Her and
Oh,
Robert, like yeah,
they
them
are
was my first
awesome.
ones. Mm-hmm.
They are
Yep.
awesome. I
So
love them.
definitely know them. So yay, that's so nice.
So yeah, she hit me
Let's
up
see.
quick. She definitely Team Hudson. I'm gonna let y'all know that now. Like she ain't getting right though.
Okay, so me and Diane, we wouldn't see eye to eye on that one. And you know what's so funny is I got this up here from a virgin to a whore. I've been
So
trying to get it off the screen, but something keep happening. It won't let me. So I guess it must supposed to stay there.
look, it just stuck. Just like that's gonna
It's
have to be next T-shirt. Sweatshirt.
you know what? Tell Miss Diane that
From
might need to be the next
what?
shirt. From virgin to
The
whore.
whole
And she got to put some extra H's and O's
O's in there.
in the middle. Extra one.
That
Cause
gotta be next.
baby was getting it in. And see, when you dealing with somebody with money, you can do more
Mm-hmm.
whorish things because you feel comfortable doing it because you like he got
Right,
money. You know what I'm saying?
cause
Like you're not gonna
honey,
do the whorish things for the broke dude like you would for the rich man, you know?
exactly. And look, he made a way for her every time. Now you drive my car.
Okay.
You
He said,
try.
here's a diamond promise ring. And let me just say this. Sis, how was you getting away with putting a whole new diamond ring on your finger in front of your husband? Was this
Look, you know she ain't wear that ring in front of him.
I was about to say, cause
You know she.
oh the balls. You
I
know?
was. I said, yeah, she ain't wear this ring in front of Michael.
Okay. All right. Whoo, child,
Michael would
because
have been.
I was concerned. I said, now see, she getting beside herself.
She
You know what
got.
I'm saying? She getting beside herself because
She did.
clearly
Well, she did got
if
stuff.
she looked something, if she looked like something different and didn't have all her master's degrees and all that kind of stuff, she'd got busted her head for sure. She would have.
She would. She will. She would have.
She
Mm.
got
But
she
hey,
leaving for the holidays. What?
hey,
No.
wait a minute. No, Hudson did let her know. He let her know real fast. He said, if I wanted anybody in my bed, I could have had a lot.
I could get her. He was doing a little extra with that commentary too. I peeped that. He like I could have a girl downstairs that's in the coffee shop, that's in the gift shop. I can get the girl behind the register at the Starbucks. I said, now hold on, sir. You being too specific. I feel
But
like
hey, he told her I could have your sister. Wait a minute, how you my sister doing Google answer too? Wait
oh,
a minute.
and if you peep, you notice how when he was about to try to kick it with Michael, he was like, "Oh, my girl got some chicks from her job that's real nice looking." I said, oh, "Okay, Hudson. So you been peeping her people, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, okay, okay.
He
Yeah,
was like, oh, come on, let's have some. Hey,
See, pe-
look, Hudson still had that bad boy in him because he was no good. He
he
told
wasn't
him,
no good.
he said,
So do he get worse in book two?
oh,
I was trying to
he
get it,
gets
Hudson. I was
something.
trying to get it.
He gets something in book two. Ah, I'm gonna tell you, Hudson is just, he's one of those people who is really misunderstood, but honey, yeah. I know some people who gonna jump off the Hudson train in book two. They might hop back on, they might be off and on him in book two, but it's gonna be some points where they hop off that Hudson train. I can guarantee you that. But then
Mm, I'm glad because
some of
y'all
y'all
shouldn't
might
have been
be
on it
hopping
in the
off
first
the Hudson
place.
train.
Hmm?
Some of y'all
King
might hop
Michael.
the train. Look, now I'm gonna tell you who really makes the presence in part two too. Um, Karli's parents, because they was in there. They was prevalent. Mama Pat was in there. She was prevalent in book one, but they really show up in book two.
I'm actually kind of glad to hear that because them parents seemed like they had a whole lot of wisdom to be given. It was just that them kids wasn't tapping in. Cause I'm
Mm,
like, here you have these two individuals who come from, married, households and everything. And they would tap in and they would have some good stuff to say because Michael's dad even like was like on some son, nah. I done tried to be nice about this and patient, but you tripping
mm,
and you gonna need to listen to me. And so I'm actually glad to hear that the parents that other generation shows up and hopefully, brings some wisdom. I hope they bring some wisdom. They don't come and bring no drama, do they?
well, you know, some things are generational curses.
You are such a tease. That's what Ebony said. I agree with you, Ebony. She is a tease.
Ah.
See how she do us? Let me see. We got some more questions here because we only got 12 minutes left. So we're gonna get to y'all's questions. Okay. Why did Hudson not become a bad guy? Cause I'm waiting on a reveal by the way he talked about Taya. We didn't really talk about Taya. Yeah.
Mm, mm. Well,
This got something to do with book two, don't it?
look, go ahead, going on over the book two then.
Yeah, Shasha. I got that feeling. I got
I'm,
that
I'm
feeling
gonna
that
tell y'all,
that
this
the
is how
answer to
I.
your question is in book two.
Yes. Look,
Oh, wait, she was saying she was waiting on him to be revealed as a bad guy. Yeah,
oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. Revealed as a bad guy. And I
Look.
feel like that was gonna happen any minute because let me tell you what I was thinking. It was like every time Karli expressed, some type of issue she had in her marriage with her husband, here come Hudson acting like, he just, oh yes, I understand why you wouldn't want to have children. And that's just, it's such a
Mm-hmm.
huge sacrifice. And absolutely, I respect that. And clearly that's what she's gonna want to hear. And so it was giving me fake. You know what
You.
I'm saying? It was giving me poke holes in the condom ish to me. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't trust Hudson. I
I'm gonna
don't.
tell you. Here's the thing. What he was saying was truthful, but also you gotta know that of course he's gonna say what she wants. Even if he agrees with it, he's gonna lace it because at the end of the day, he's interested in this woman, and that was one thing that just he let it play out, on his own. He didn't push, but it was very obvious that he liked her from the very beginning. So if she's
Mm-hmm.
even if what he's saying he believes, he's still gonna lace it in a way that really speaks to her heart. Because let's think about this. What did Katrina say when she found out who it was? She was like, I know about all of the single eligible rich bachelors in New York, baby. He was on the list. Like,
Yeah.
Everybody know her, and he said it himself. Michael said it, when met up
Player
with him.
play.
He was a player polite. Like he even said it. If I wanted anybody in my bed, he was on Gucci Man. Miss one, next 15 one coming, okay? He
Okay.
ain't no qualms about the fact that he was a ladies' man.
It was still something in the buttermilk one clean on that, okay? Because you didn't. So let me make sure I didn't misread nothing. Karli was on birth control when she got pregnant.
When she got pregnant, was she
She
on birth?
never
She
stopped, right? She
Karli.
didn't stop taking no birth control. Cause okay, cause
Remember, she at the beginning, she lied. It didn't say that she wasn't on birth control. So,
she but she never stopped. Okay, she never stopped taking birth control. Even
no,
when things went astray with the marriage and she started messing with Hudson, she was still on birth control, but sis is pregnant. And I don't know, but part of me just feels like in my spirit, Hudson got something to do with it. Cause this oops, baby. Ah, child, I gotta read book two. Cause do you tap into this in book two?
that I have not tapped into yet. Like, I gotta let the cat out of the bag. Now it's gonna be a part three, y'all. So it is gonna be a part three. Part three gonna be the end. Part three gonna be
Gone, clearly gone are the days the standalones.
look,
But
part
okay.
three. It
But
will be the
I feel like Hudson cannot be trusted. It's something about a a rich billionaire that has
that just
good sex that I can't trust. It's something.
it's
I can't
something.
put my finger on it, but I can't trust
I
no
don't trust
rich man
at the
with
moment.
good dick. No.
I don't trust none of them.
Playing.
I don't trust
Yeah.
none of them. I know. I
I'm just
know.
playing. I'm just playing. I'm just playing. I know it's some rich men out there that has some good game and they know how to act right in the bedroom. I'm sure that there is. I was just playing. Anywho, let me see. Let me make sure I missed something in these comments because we getting close to the ends, and I want to make sure that we double back, um, so we can talk about some of the podcasts and the screenwriting and all of that. Now, did Hudson really not know who? Oh, see, and Shasha, I was feeling this too. Did Hudson really not know who Karli's husband was?
No, he didn't. Now that he did not know, he didn't know who her husband was.
I mean, you did kind of like explain how they could get to that point without them recognizing who was who to
Mm-hmm.
one another. But in my spirit, I was still like, you
Now that
know,
part was really it was a shock to the both of them that he did not know that Michael was Michael that he used to really kick it would be friends with in college. He did know that. So
okay,
and
okay,
she and Karli, if y'all noticed, she wasn't big on talking about her relationship. She even when she was into it with him, she that one time she was like, "Look, okay, we're gonna have this honest conversation if I'm gonna continue this, but this is what it is." And so it wasn't a whole lot of Michael conversations that she was trying to have around him, and he wasn't trying to hear because he already said, "Look, I just want to kick him to the curb anyway."
this is true. You make a
Whoever.
good point. You make a good point, and granted, I do know that birth control isn't 100%. I just still feel like it was something real fishy about how that all went down. Maybe because she was getting the D from every doggone place in December. Maybe that's why it just infiltrated. Like,
You
girl,
know,
it's
look,
coming so fast. It's coming so fast. They ain't got time to work. So
look,
okay,
and I tell
all
you, and
right.
I tell you this too. You know, sometimes when you in the middle of doing something that ain't right, God will trip you up.
You be like, oh, where did that rock come from? I just tripped over. Lord,
Tripped over. I
who
went
put that there?
All
Mm.
these years I ain't got pregnant, and why I had to get
Now
pregnant?
here I am all of a sudden. Ain't this something? Mm-mm-mm. Lord
Like,
said, "You shall be a whore no
oh,
more." He steps right on in when he's supposed to, don't he?
I
Uh-huh.
was so Jezebel ways right
Huh?
now.
So let me slow you down, Bill, because you getting a little beside yourself. You having threesomes and every doggone thing
Like,
else. Slow
look,
your roll, little sister. Slow your roll.
he was like, I'll let you go out there and just
Let
let
me
you
give you
mess
a
up his
baby,
face. There you go.
cause you tripping. Let me give you a baby. Okay.
That's mind you, she sure didn't want one. She sure didn't want one.
So at the end of the day, this was clearly a really good book, and it gave us a whole lot to talk about. When we get together and discuss this one, it's gonna be quite interesting. More than likely, I'm gonna be in read book two, so it's gonna be this fight between all of us trying to keep from like talking about the whole thing, because sometimes that happens. Like some people will read book two and other people don't. And they're like, "Don't tell us what happened in book two," and it's like, "Well, you should have read book two."
You too.
So that's probably gonna happen, ladies. So y'all just prepare for it. Just go ahead and read book two. So but before we go, I wanted you to have a chance to just kind of tell us this last like couple minutes about the podcast and the screenwriting and some of the projects that you have going on right now.
Yes. So my podcast is called the Get Caught Up Podcast. It is something that I was birthed through Untamed Publishing, which with Untamed Publishing, I provide services for authors like editing, proofreading, synopsis writing, book trailers. And so naturally, I was like book reviews too. And naturally, I added on, hey, interviews. Because I noticed the need, and I hear a lot of gripes from indie authors saying, hey, we don't have platforms, a lot of especially for African Americans, it's like we don't have platforms where we can really go into and try to connect with the audience. So I was like, this is something that I want to do. It's a labor of love, and just give them an opportunity to just build up their resume, get their work out there, get themselves out there. So that's where it came from. And I do it's on Wednesday nights like that, just send a request and your information. And right now I have a co-host, which I absolutely adore her, which is my love of books, Crystal. She has joined me, and I love it because she is a dynamic book blogger. And so the pairing was just perfect. So I appreciate her for coming in, stepping in, and assisting me with this. But I absolutely love it. So yeah, if y'all follow Get Caught Up Podcast on Instagram or
Get
GC,
caught up.
yep, Get Caught Up Podcast on IG. Mostly that's where it's gonna be on IG. I'm on
Oh,
Twitter. My Twitter on the struggle bus, so it is. It's too
mad
many
too.
platforms, y'all. It's
This
just struggle bus,
this be
y'all.
work, huh? Huh?
Ooh,
This
this
be
is
some
be
work, child.
work. It's
Ooh,
work.
okay.
But I definitely try to maintain that because that's my baby. I love it, and I love to interview and meet different people and hear about different authors' works all the time. So absolutely, send a request if you're an author. If you know an author, send them over there to me. And I
Awesome.
know plenty of them.
And then this screenplay, because I'm an actress sometimes, and so
Oh, you
you
come
know,
on, sometimes. Come on, then. I know that's right. Well,
fill
I
up.
I am co-writer of Trap Soldiers, which is inspired by Turf Wars, which is a book written by C.J. Hudson. He's our EP. He wanted
Okay.
to bring this to life, and so he put me and Tice in charge of writing his script. Brianna Cole also assisted, as well as Leanne B. Wright. So all of us came together. They did the leg work, the bones, and then and I went in there and we fleshed it all out, and just created this beautiful great script called Trap Soldiers, and it went into production. So we have filmed it. Yes.
Yay!
And that's why I had to come in and apologize in September, because our last two filming weekends were the first 2 weekends of September, and I was like, y'all, I promise y'all I ain't forgot about y'all while I'm absent, but I really been over here flying, catching flights every weekend.
Oh, that's good stuff though. I love to hear it.
Yes, I was like, but it was a lot of work, but it was a lot of fun. So I cannot wait to Trap Soldiers comes to the screen. Cast is phenomenal. Crew was dynamic. Like it is. I can't even explain to you. Like there are just moments where you're just caught and you're like watching it as they're filming it, and we all had those moments where it was just like a hush, and it was like, oh my god, this is so
Ooh.
good. Like you knew it was in the moment. But he's got some talented cast members that we were able to secure for this project. And I'll tell you, like the main lead, Akron Watson, he Tony Grammy award winning actor, singer, like he's our main, and he was like, oh my god, like when you see him, it's like, jeez, you see him off screen and you're able to play around. He's really low key and really humble, but he's so dynamic and powerful when you see him on screen and acting.
Oh,
So I can't wait, y'all. I can't wait.
I'm sure. Well, congratulations from ICU Reading. Now you gotta make sure we know when it's coming out, where we can watch it, cause I loves me a independent film vibe, honey.
Yes,
Whew, that's my thing.
yes. And we put, whoo, yes, honey. And look, as the director told us so gracefully, Mr. Director Arthur Muhammad, he was like, independent, well, he was like, you got us over here creating all kind of scenes and stuff like y'all got $500,000, $500 million budget. I was like, we gonna make it work.
Make it work.
But
Make it work. So where we watching it at? We
it,
having a premiere. What we doing?
it will be a premiere. We'll
Okay.
know like the streaming services and the dates more a little bit later in the year. But
Okay.
right now we have to. It's in editing, so it's post production now.
Gotcha.
And so once that gets through, we'll get the heads up from our distributor of where it's gonna be when the premieres can be launched and everything. But y'all know I will keep y'all abreast when it premieres. Yes.
Yay!
Whew, I tell you what, I
That is
was.
exciting.
Yes, I was a production assistant for Gutter Mommies, which is streaming on Amazon Prime and Tubi and Voodoo and all kinds of places now. And that was a great project, and it was an indie film as well. But this one was a grander production. Oh Lord, I'll tell y'all what. When we say trap soldiers, we made a joke like we've been trapping. We was the trap soldiers. We was trapping, going to bed 3 a.m., getting up 6 a.m., trying to work on this movie.
I love it. I love it. Well, I see you reading in social network. Thanks you for your presence over this last month. Even though you may not feel like it was what it needed to be, it was what it needed to be. So we thank you for celebrating our anniversary with us. And we
Yeah.
bid you congratulations on all of the endeavors you have going on. And child, we're gonna see you over on the chat page moving forward because you was our homie. You was our girlfriend.
Yes, y'all my homies too. Like, I'm in a whole lot of different groups, as most authors are. But I promise y'all, and I'm not just saying this now. I really truly mean it. Like, y'all are my favorite group. I be checking for y'all. Like,
Soundbite.
I know that's right.
Soundbite.
I know y'all gotta capture that and play it again because I be checking for y'all's group. Like, let me go and see what they got going on. I see you.
You
Let
be
me
tapping in for Freaky
a little
Friday,
bit.
don't you? Because they be wilding on Freaky Friday. Okay, let me stop. Let me stop. Because we'll be here. We'll be here all night. And before I go, I do want to say our October book selection is The View Part 2. So,
Oh,
boom,
there you go. Go ahead.
boom,
Get them both in. Get them both in. There you
boom.
go.
There it is. So, on that note, ma'am, I am going to bid you a good night.
Okay. Well,
Toodaloo. It was
ladies.
awesome. And to loose everyone out there in the internet's world. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Everybody have a great, awesome night. Now I'm a little crazy because I'm about to be cutting my screen off from another place, but y'all bear with me. Okay. Bye, y'all. See ya.
Bye. See y'all later. Thank y'all. Good night.